guys.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So hey guys, we are making, well, we as in Kyle's making, and I'm here to help him make the stuff. This is behind the scenes. And I guess because we've been talking about for the past couple weeks about saving money and then we were like, if we're talking about saving money, why are we going to all of these coffee shops? And maybe so often we could sprinkle in what it would be like to not go to a coffee shop.
Yeah. Save a little money.
Right. So we're talking about saving a little money. So that's what we're doing today. So Kyle, we're making coffee, right? So we are the local neighborhood experts, and Kyle decided to make some coffee in studio, aka Kyle's house. And he decided to make a cold foam. So he's just going about basically adding the ingredients, making the cold foam, and we are just talking away about how great it is to save money and how easy it is to make homemade coffee at your house. Next is our question of the day. Kind of talking about, basically, I think the question that we're going to really talk about today was the client that I was telling you about. Mm-hmm. So there's a client that I met, and he told me that it's $3,000 he's going to get from his Social Security, and then he's going to get $5,000 from his pension. Mm-hmm. So he's going to get $8,000 altogether. And then now he's going to use that money to go into his retirement. And so I said, the next question I asked him was, he goes, well, that should be enough, don't you think? And I said, well, did you do the math? And he looked at me like, what do you mean? That's $8,000. What are you talking about? $8,000 is a lot of money. I said, it is a lot of money, but did you do the math? Like, how do you plan to live? And I feel that people just think about this big bulk of money that, yes, I'm going to be receiving all of this money from, your life planning for your retirement. And then he's thinking about selling the house. So then he goes, I'm going to have the $8,000 and I'm going to sell this house. I'm going to have this boatload of money and then I'm going to just go off into my retirement. But I don't think that they really think about, like, yeah, you're going to get this boatload of money and then now he's going to buy another house. But yeah, so I feel like people don't really think about planning for retirement.
Got to do the math.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about it? Like, what didn't he? I mean, he doesn't. I don't understand that.
Did you ask where did he get the idea from? Did he talk to a financial advisor?
No. He said $8,000. No financial advisor. This guy is old school as you come. He's just like him and his wife. They're going to sell their house. They're going to have the boatload of money. They're going to go off to South Carolina. That's what he said. They're going to find a house out there, and then they're just going to live off of the $8,000 and plus whatever the money's left over from the house.
Okay. Sure. Without knowing if there's a 401k, without knowing if there's an IRA.
No, none of that.
No stocks,
no
bonds.
Stocks, no.
Pension, Social Security.
Just the pension, Social Security, that's it.
And then money from the sale of the home.
Correct. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Scary.
That's scary.
It's scary.
And I feel like a lot of people out there, they kind of think the same thing. Not in a sense that they're making poor decisions. I just think that they're not making informed decisions.
Wow.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah.
Not poor, uninformed.
Uninformed. And I feel like, yes, again, that is a lot of money. And I know some people retire on less than that. Mm-hmm. Because in the senior developments that I work with, a lot of them, you have to at least be making, I think, $2,000 to get into the senior group. So some people are just making $2,000 a month. Mm-hmm. And they're living off of that. Or I should say existing off of that.
It hurts to say that because, like, we're in that space, mm-hmm. and I would love to do more for that space.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? I know this because when I do the estate sales, that a lot of people resell. They're resellers there. So people come in to resell just to supplement their income.
Yeah.
So it's a big, even DoorDash or people doing Uber, like all of this stuff is to supplement your income.
I like the fact that that's the thing, though. If you have the ability and you're healthy and you're sound to do that, cool. Now you're also exposing a grandmother, a great-grandfather to people, the world, all sorts of stuff, just so that you can make more money.
Right.
Instead of, I like people making more money than I like saving money, because when people try to save money in that age group, what
mm-hmm.
do? Not take their medication.
Right.
Not go to a doctor's appointment.
Right.
Not buy, essential food, or don't buy good food for themselves, buy bad food. Nobody should have to make that choice in that stage of life. So if you can make more money, cool. I think the point is, like, you've worked already.
But you know what? I'm focusing on really is like when we say do the math. Like, the math is not. I think when people hear the word budget, it just
Like it terrifies them.
It's like, it's not a bad word. It's just what you're paying, what's going in and what's going out. Like, that's all it is.
It's actually money management. Right. It's actually best for your money because, like, you trust your partner.
Yes.
Trust your partner. You don't watch where they go every time because you trust them. Once you get into the habit of where your money goes, you don't have to be like every penny of your budget.
But I think most people, not me and you, right? But I think a lot of people, they are the kind of people like, oh my God, by Wednesday, they're freaking out because they got to wait till, you know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, Friday, I'm getting paid on Friday. So now Wednesday, I'm broke.
Yes.
And then you're like, oh my gosh, I got 2 more days. Okay, I'm thinking, whew.
And then the question is, well, where did my money go?
Right.
You and I, and a lot of people in our space would be, let's
sit down and see.
I can find every penny of where your money goes because I look at your bank statement.
Right. And that's why we were talking about the coffee.
Yes.
Right, because sometimes little things,
we just saved ourselves
I know.
$5.
Listen, I keep saying this. We go out once a week to a coffee shop, and usually, we split it up. And sometimes we just get one thing, cut it in half.
And we look at each other like, $15, huh?
That one thing is expensive. And that adds up because we do this every week. But I mean, and of course, when we go to these small businesses, we're not asking them to give us anything for free. We're doing this because this is a fun thing for us to do. And also to inform you about the different areas. And of course, we're the local neighborhood experts and all of that. But
and this is a neighborhood forward real estate podcast that embraces coffee and meaningful real estate conversations.
Just so you know.
If you didn't know.
If you didn't know.
I like the look.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Oh, thank you.
No, seriously, it looked good. You came in and you gave it like a little ring.
He was like, what? What you wearing, girl?
I was like, the hat. You said you're trying to make it work.
I'm trying to make it work. I'm trying to make it, because I've had this hat forever. I never wore it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to wear it now. I'm going to wear it today. So I've been wearing it for a couple of days, and I'm kind of like literally enjoying it. But
we love where we go.
Yeah.
We love supporting it. Don't think, though, that we don't see the cost of it.
Oh, my gosh.
The cost of doing business for anybody has gone up.
I mean, look.
Yo. Can I tell you, though? Hold on. First of all, if you go to this coffee shop, bomb. Okay? It's a great shop. I need to try something different. Okay? Because my coffee experience wasn't good. What I will tell you is that this is the most comfortable thing I've ever worn in my life.
How much was that shirt there, Tom?
$70. $68.
He paid $70 for that.
Sure did. Bananas. And I would again.
But of course, everyone has to, everyone sets their price for their things, and we're not questioning that. But we are saying that, going back to the budgeting aspect, you do have to sit down and it's just a couple things. Like, even if you DM us like budget, or we could definitely send you like a spreadsheet of what you need to look for. It's 100%. Not, and it could just be like your rent, just basic things, how much your food is going to be every week or month, however you want to budget that.
I steal this from Dave Ramsey. It's the 4 walls. It's your housing.
Okay.
It's your food.
Yeah.
It's your transportation. It's your clothing. Your car insurance, gas gets you to the job.
Right.
That makes you money. Right? Mm-hmm. You have your house and everything that goes along with it. Your electricity, your gas, your water heater, everything. Then you have your food. That's your sustenance. And then the other one for, your 4 walls is like clothing. It's clothing yourself. That's obviously the first category that gets like, I'll just wear the same stuff over and over again.
Yeah.
Right?
How often are you buying clothes? You're not buying clothes.
Here's the thing, though. Vanity gets in the way. Not personal vanity, cultural vanity. Ooh. I've seen you wearing that shirt.
Well, listen, it's society, even for us, like I look at the videos, because that's what I'm doing, because I'm editing, and I'm like, I've been wearing the same shirt over and over. But it's true, but sometimes it's like, yeah, that's just how it is. Mm-hmm. You cannot get into that whole social construct when you're spending too much money, yes, and you're living above your means because your neighbor, and it's like keeping up with the Joneses, yes, kind of thing. So
you can get new clothing. Can I plug you for a second? You can go to an estate sale.
Yeah.
You can go to an estate sale. That shirt goes in your washer. It's washed. It's cleaned. It's pressed. It's whatever you want. Now it's yours. It's new to you. It's not new. It's new to you.
Listen, this button-down shirt, $3. $3 at an estate sale. That's how much you pay. You don't have to spend $40 on a shirt.
No. You don't have to spend $20 on a coffee mug. This is $25.99 at Tertius.
Right. So there's so many different things you can do. And if that's not your thing, that's fine. But then you have to figure it out on your budget. And then we can budget. Cloud can make a really amazing budget for you. And you have to think about just when you retire. So it's not just about buying a house. It's also about when you're at a point where you just want to retire and you just want to live the rest of your life.
So now we take this idea that we built of a budget. Budget is not a bad word.
Not a bad
budget
word.
is a good word.
Yes.
Take the budget and you apply it to this gentleman that you talked to.
Yes.
Right? If at the end of that budget, he's got more than $1,000 left over, I would say he's winning.
Yes.
He's doing good. He's got $12,000 of disposable income. If a problem goes wrong, he's got that money.
Right? Because you're going to have this new house and everything costs $1,000 for a house. Everything costs $1,000.
Everything.
I mean, the hot water heater breaks. There's something going on with the roof. Something broke underneath. Anything. Everything's like $1,000.
A toilet install these days is like $400 or $500. Toilet install.
It's crazy. So you have to really, like we said, you just can't say I have so much money, and you have to just sit with someone. It doesn't have to be, just call Kyle. It's Kyle.
May I?
Yeah.
The other thing too, okay, when you're in that age bracket, okay, you're retired, you're selling your primary residence that you've had for years, you're going to buy another house. How many times do you see that person taking all of the money that they have and putting it all into the house so that they don't have a mortgage? Right. And it's completely paid off. They don't have to worry about it.
That's a very, I would say an old school or a different mindset. Like my parents would do something like that. A lot of people feel comfortable with that. But when you're thinking about retirement, like we were saying, and that's it. Once you pour all that money into the house, when things come up, you're not liquid. You don't have any money, and things usually come up. So it's always good to just have some cash on hand, I always believe. Mm-hmm. So you have to figure out what works for you as a family or what works for you, and just talking to someone. Maybe there's so many different loan options that you can get when you sell your house. Maybe you could take a bridge loan. Maybe you could do other things you don't have to pour all that money into the house. And that's something that you should think about.
You can,
I do that?
No, it's okay. You can do a reverse mortgage. You can buy 60% of your house, 65% of your house, put 65% down and leave the other 35%. Mm-hmm. And the mortgage, is optional. You don't have to make a mortgage payment. Right. The option is there, you don't. So it's like you have the house and you don't have the payment. So it's still, your budget is still exactly the same. And now, I don't know, take a $300,000 house. Okay. 30% of that is $90,000. That is still physically in your pocket.
Yes.
$90,000 invested can make you some money. Mm-hmm. You can live off that. Yes. You could stretch that. So, that's additional income. That's something you could put aside for the next generation. That's only if you know your budget. I feel like your question was great. Yeah. It was a great question.
I just think that.
Did you run the numbers?
And I think that, again, you think, well, I have, why should I even speak to someone? I'm getting $8,000 a month.
It's only $96,000 a year.
So you're like, but and then he goes, on the house that he was going to sell is probably going to get $600,000. So he's going to get $600,000 once he sells his house, plus he has $8,000 a year. But you should still speak to someone. Just talk to them. And just, even if you don't utilize the information, just to know that you're informed. Mm-hmm. And then you could say, okay, well, he gave me 3 different options. You could still say, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, but at least you know the 3 different options. And that's what we're here to, and that's just what I thought. But I couldn't believe it when he said that to me. He goes, yeah, I'm going to make $8,000. I'm good. I don't need to speak to anyone. I'm good. I'm like, wow. And just remember, when you retire, as most people know, that's it. You're on a fixed income. So there's nothing else coming in. Like, that's it. Just that money.
So you said, if this person's 70 years old, the average life expectancy for a male is 78 years old.
Okay.
For a woman, I think it's 81, 81 or 83.
Yeah,
You
but
guys
I
are
don't even
smarter than
know.
us.
But I don't even know what kind of pension he has, because some pensions are right. Some pensions
10 years.
No, some pensions are 10 years. Some pensions are when the person passes, then the spouse only gets like 80% or they get a certain percentage. They don't get the full amount, or it depends on what kind of pension what structure they have. So there's a lot of things going on there. If she has life insurance, there's so much things going. That's what I'm saying. It's always good to speak to someone before you make these decisions, because I know, and I speaking because I run the estate sales. I know a lot of spouses that pass and then they have their wife left, and they're like lost, because when they lost that person passed, they lost that income. So then now that
it changed on them, like you said, you were used to getting $5,000. We're going to reduce this by 80%.
Right.
You're going to get $1,000 a month.
Right.
That's $12,000 a year of income. You can't live on that.
And I met this woman. She was working at Dollar Tree, and she said that's what happened. She said someone passed away, and then she had to go to work. Now she's working at Dollar Tree, and it's like, in your retirement, you don't want to think about that. But if you had spoke to someone, then you would know, maybe I should get a life insurance. Maybe I shouldn't put all my money into this house. Maybe I should have liquid. Maybe I should invest it in something. There's so many different things to do that we're just telling you that, just talk to somebody.
Pulling money out of a house, and this is, speaking from somebody that does it, pulling money out of a home it's not simple. It's not easy.
Right.
There are definitely, you still have to qualify. They ask you questions. They look at your income. They look at your assets. They look at your credit.
So once you're retired, it's harder, right?
Exactly. Right. Because now you're going from, okay, there was actually a guy who didn't qualify because he was working. He was, 3 months away from leaving the job. His Social Security was not going to be what he was making at the job. Didn't qualify.
Right.
So, in those situations where your life changes, I mean, it's the easiest thing to have a conversation with somebody. You can meet the two of us. We'll have a cup of coffee with you.
Oh, yeah.
Zero pressure. Hey, here, like you said, here are your options. This is something that you could do and explore if you wanted to. And if you want another, talk to a financial advisor.
Yeah. Right? And we know some financial advisors you could speak to.
Absolutely.
If you have if you're like in the status where you have a lot of money that you want to be able to make sure you manage it well. But if you're just, a regular working person, and you just want to just talk to someone, I think it's a great idea to just talk to us.
I like it, because I don't want, what's the point of having a fully paid off $500,000 home if you have no money in your pocket? You still have to sell that house again.
Right.
And now you have to pay 5% to an agent. Okay. Now you have to pay realty transfer taxes. It's just so many other things.
You might lose it. Or you might lose it because you're just like that. Your health issue. Now you missed 3 payments. Now you're in foreclosure now. Pre-foreclosure. Right. I mean, and that's it. And the banks don't care.
That's right. And if you do, I guess, listen, if you get sick, that's a good point. If you get sick and you don't make your mortgage on a forward mortgage, right, on a purchase mortgage, you have to.
Yeah.
Even on an equity line of credit, you have to make that payment. Sorry you have sick. Sorry you have cancer. Sorry you lost a limb. You still have to make that payment.
And what's that payment? $3,000, $5,000?
In today's day and age,
exactly.
It's not a small number.
It's not a small number. So that's a significant number.
With a reverse mortgage, you can get sick. The payment is optional. You could have been paying off your reverse mortgage the exact same way as a traditional one when the months are good. If the months are bad and you do lose your job, you do get ill, you do have treatments,
right.
Now you can pause that. You don't even have to call a bank.
Right.
They're just like,
okay,
the payments are optional.
Right.
They were like, cool.
Right.
So it gives you peace
of mind.
And you don't have to go asking for the money, be like, hey, please, can I have the money for my house? You already have it set aside.
Right.
Right? It's already set aside.
Right.
It's scary what this community has to go through sometimes.
Yes.
What's not, though? We put ourselves out there.
Yeah.
If you don't talk to somebody and you wind up making the wrong decision, I can only kind of look at you and be like, well, it's okay to talk to us. It's okay to talk to somebody.
Yes. Okay, that was our question. So I hope that was helpful to you guys.
Do you think we're helpful?
Yes, I do. I mean, if I was getting close to retirement and I didn't talk to anyone, I'd be like, I need to talk to someone. I need to talk to someone. What's going on? Because I mean, like when that time comes, I want to sit down with all my financials and say, okay, look, what do I need to do? How can I live? And I always told Tyrone, and we have life insurance and all that stuff because of that. Because I'm like, God forbid something happens, I want to make sure.
Covered?
Oh yeah. So we want to make sure we're okay. But yeah, and then, we have the income properties and all that stuff. But yeah, you want to make sure. All right, guys.
Okay, bye.
Hi.
Make coffee at home.